Good day to all. I am Dr. Natar Kannan, professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. In previous discussion, we had discussed about the Internet of Things, the characteristics of the IoT, and also we have discussed about the different communications model in the IoT. Today, agenda of our topic is I'm going to teach about Internet of Things levels and the deployment. So first of all, we should know about we having the different IoT levels. So we having the following component. One is the devices, another one is the resource, another one is the controller service. So the device is allows identifications. So we have the device is nothing but the sensor, nothing but the sensor. It allows the identifications and remote sensing and the actuating and remote monitoring capabilities. So we can learn about the different IoT devices in the forthcoming sessions. And the resource having the software component for the IoT devices. So if we want to access our IoT devices, we need this set of software. So one of the best software to develop the IoT application is a Python. So using the Python, we can develop the different IoT applications. Then another component is the controller service. So controller service is nothing but we can sense the data from the devices to the web services, because we're going to the user interfaces. When you're designing the interfaces, we're going to launch into the web. So we need the web services for controlling the devices. Then another component is the database. So the database can be either stored in the local. The database can be either stored in the local or it can be stored in the cloud. Okay. Then another thing is the web services. So once if you store the data in the cloud, and we need the web services, what is the use of the web services? So it is a link between the IoT devices and the applications, and also having the database and the analysis component. Okay. Then another component is the analyze the component. We need to be analyze the IoT data. We have to use the different kind of software to analyze the data. So for the user, easy to understand. Then another thing is we can develop the applications. So the applications allow the users to view the system status and view the processed data. Okay. So we have the different level of IoT level. So first thing is the IoT level 1, then IoT level 2, IoT level 3, IoT level 4, IoT level 5, IoT level 6. Okay. So the first thing is for the IoT level 1. So in that IoT level 1, it supports the single node. Okay, IoT level 1 system, it supports a single node or it's supporting the single device. So why we are using this single system or single node or single device? We have to perform the sensing the data. So which means we are using, let's say for example, we are using one kind of sensor, maybe the temperature sensor. The temperature sensor we used to read the temperature. So once if you read the temperatures or read the data, then we need to be providing the actuations and we have to store the data. So we have to store the data in the locally. After store the data in locally or maybe the cloud, we have to perform the analysis and the post the applications of that. So for especially for this IoT level 1, you see the figure shows that the devices. So this is the IoT devices. It may be either any devices, maybe either sensor. These devices will be connected to the resources and the controller services, and it will be connected to the database. So this is the application. The top layer will be having the applications. So it looks like our interfaces. So this application we want to connect to the database. So how we can be connected by using one of the model. So we got to use the REST or the WebSocket service communication model. So this model is going to be used to connect our database and our whatever the data can store in the locally. Okay. So this level 1 IoT system is suitable for the low cost, as it is suitable for the where the data is involved is small, but it is not suitable for the big data. So where the data is involved in the big, that case it is not suitable for the IoT level 1 systems, because this IoT level system 1 is suitable for the low modeling, or will be suitable for the low cost as is the low complexity. Okay, so this is what we call as an IoT level 1. So from this one, IoT level 1, it is suitable for the single node or single device. It will connect with the single node as well as connect to the single device, and it is suitable for the where the data is involved is small. Okay, but it is not suitable for the data involved the big, and analyze the requirements is not computationally intensive. Okay, so this is the examples for the IoT level 1. For examples where we can apply the IoT level 1. So we can apply the IoT level 1 in the home automation results. So in that home automation results, we have to be control the light. We can going to control the light, and we can going to control the sensors. So using the sensor, we're going to control the light and the smoke detectors if there is any possibilities to occur the smoke. So in these cases, using the sensor, we will be read the data, and once we read the data, it will passes through the, we can store the data to the locally, okay, or to store the data in the local servers. So here, these are the things. Let's say, for example, a mailbox. So we want to know, sometimes as I say, we getting the mail information as us. Once you the postman deliver the letters into the mailbox, okay, so it will be sending the notifications as to our phone. So how it will happen in them because of the sensor. So we have to send, we have to connect the sensor in the mailbox. As well as the same thing, we have to control our air conditioner as well as the sprinkler. And if you want to control over the light, you want to switch on the light or maybe switch off the light through the mobile phone. So we have to be fix the sensor onto the light. So the light, once if it is glowing, the sensor will be read the data. That data we can be passed to over the connectivity, different kind of the network connectivity. That one we discussed in the previous lecturing video. So we have to use a different kind of communication medium or communication technologies like Wi-Fi or maybe the satellite communication or maybe the mobile communication. So we have to send the data. So this is the, we call as the IoT level 1 systems. So the IoT level 1 system is suitable for the single node and the single device. It is suitable for the single node and suitable for the single device. Here it is suitable for the only small data. It is not suitable for the where the data is involved as in big. Okay? Then we go for the next level, having the IoT level 2. So what is the IoT level 2? Okay, how we can design the IoT level 2? In that IoT level 2 also having the supporting of the single node. So in that single node, it performs the sensing, actually the actuation as well as the local analyze the data. So for example, say the sensor read the data. Okay, the sensor will be sense the data. Sensor data means nothing but it will be read the data. So that data will be stored into the cloud. Okay, but in the IoT level 1, we can store the data in our local server only. Maybe your systems only we can store the data, but in the IoT level 2, we can store the data in the cloud. So if the figure shows here, you can see that the devices. So the devices will be connected to the resources and will be controller services, and we have the database, and there will be applications. So this application is having the cloud. So normally that monitoring node. So node means this, it may be on any one device as is any one of the IoT device, like take any sensor. So this node will be connected to the cloud storage in the level 2. So what will happen in them in that level 2 is suitable for the solution where the big data is involved is the big. But in the level 1, we have the applicable for the level 1 is suitable for the small, where the data is involved as a small only, but it is not suitable for the big. But to solve the problems in the level 1, we have to find out the solutions that the level 2 find the solution. So it is suitable for the where the data is involved is a big. And also the primary analysis requirement is not computationally intensive, and it can be done locally itself. So this is what we call as a level 2 in the IoT level 2. So this is the examples where we can be applied in the level 2. So for examples, we can be applied in the smart irrigation as well. Okay, we can be applied the small irrigations. So for examples, the temperature sensor that will be, we want to monitor the temperature of the plant, the temperature of the environmental and moisture of the soil. Okay, so and the how much pressures they having, then they how about the network connectivity. Let's say for example, so the plants are they don't have the moisture content is very less, means we need to pour the water into the plant. Okay, so immediately the sensor will be send the data to the your particular mobile phone, okay, or whatever maybe the user interface you designed that one. That one case the data can be processed through the using the cloud technologies or using the cloud storages. It will be processed, and it will be once if you store the data in the cloud, after that it will be processing the data, and when your user interfaces maybe switch on the water. Okay, so you can be switch on the motor for to pour the water into the plant. Okay, so this is the what we call as on the level 2 or implementation as. So we can be implement the level 2 in the smart irrigations as. For example, not with smart irrigation, we can use the different applications as. So for main thing is the level 2 is in supporting for the single node, and it is support for the big to analyze the big data. Okay, that is called as an IoT level 2. So now we go for the IoT level 3. So what is the level 3 means is it is also having the single node, but it's not supporting the multiple nodes of this. So here also the IoT level 3 also system has the single node. So for here data is stored, okay, and analyzed in the cloud only. So the application is the cloud-based applications, but whereas in the level 1 and the level 2, so we did the processing the data, all things in the locally. Okay, we having internal servers or we have internal system only. But in the level 3, we have to data can be stored, okay, and analyzed in the cloud. Okay, and the application is a cloud-based one. So for example, so the level 3 IoT systems, okay, level 3 IoT systems are suitable for the solution where the data is involved is a big, okay. So for example, so you get the same figure shows that the devices and the resources and the controller services. So here we can be store the data in the cloud because we need the cloud storages. Okay. So after the cloud storage, if you want to communicate or we want to be establish the connections between the database and our applications, we need to use the REST and the WebSocket communications as well. So we need the REST and we need the WebSocket communications. So this is what we call as an IoT level 3. So where we can apply, so for example, in that the IoT applications as a place roles in the level 3, we can apply the tracking package handling. Okay, we can apply the tracking package handling. And the sensor, so the most of them we have to use in normally we are using any logistic companies, or maybe we can use the aircraft, okay, in the airport. So we have to use this some of the one of the sensor. We're having the accelerometer. Okay, we have to use the accelerometer sensor. So what is the use of that sensor means that sensor will be sense the movement as the vibrations of the particular object. Okay, so this accelerometer used to sense the movement or the vibrations. Then maybe you are using the another kind of sensor. So the name of the sensor is the gyroscope. So the name of the sensor will be the gyroscope. So what is the use of that sensor? Gyroscope means it gives the orientations. Okay, so where the, but let's say for example, say that where the vehicles is currently moving on. So we need to get the information as well. So the orientation of the path. So that case, we can be fixed this kind of a sensor like a gyroscope. So in this sensor, gives the orientation information to us. Okay. And this once, if you are using this kind of sensor like an accelerometer and a gyroscope, in the IoT level, we got to use the WebSocket surveys because the sensor data can send in the real time. So we have to send the data at real time. Let's say, for example, the car is right now moving in one place, moving from one place to the another place. Okay, so the sensor will be reading the data. Okay, so where is exactly the vehicle is particularly currently moving on. So this real data we can be sent. How we can be sent? We can send through the WebSocket. Okay, so this is the examples for the IoT level 3. So the applications where we can use possibility where we can use the IoT level 3 in real-time applications. We can use this kind of application. Maybe if you want to know about the orientation informations, and if you want to know about the sensor movement or the vibration of the any objects. Okay, so this is what we call as IoT level 3. Now we're going to say about the IoT level 4. So for the previous level, the IoT level 1, level 2, level 3, all of them having the supporting for the single node. All of them having supporting for the single node, and also the IoT level 1 is suitable for the small data, but it is not taken care of the where the data is small as in big. But in cases in the IoT level 2, it has taking care of the big data, and also the data can be stored in the cloud. Okay, in the level 3. Okay, so now we are going to see about the level 4. So that level 4 it has the multiple nodes. Okay, but compared with the other level, IoT level 1, IoT level 2, level 3, they are suitable for the single node only. But in IoT level 4, it has the multiple nodes. So the multiple nodes means the multiple devices can be connected. Okay, so that perform the local analysis. So once if you perform the analyze the data, then data can be stored in the cloud. We can store the data in the cloud. Then applications become the cloud-based applications. So for example, whatever the data we can be stored in the cloud, then we use it as call as an application-based, cloud-based applications. Okay. So for here, we need two things as us. Okay, two nodes we need. One node is the local node, then another one is the cloud-based observer node. Okay. So what's the use of the local node means this to perform the local analysis of the data. Once if you are analyze the data, then only you're going to be store the data in the cloud. Okay, so we need the two kind of observer node. One is the local based observer node. So this is the local based observer node. It will be monitoring all the information about the particular nodes as. Okay, and the another node will be the cloud-based observer node. Okay, so both node can subscribe to receive information collected in the cloud from the IoT devices. Okay, then that IoT level 4 systems it is suitable for the solution because we having the problems for the level 1, level 2, level 3. They having the only supporting for the single node, single devices only. But if I want to, we said that in the characteristics of the IoT devices can be scalable. Okay, but in the level 1, level 2, level 3, we can said that only suitable for the single nodes. So, but in the level 4, it is suitable for the multiple nodes. So, multiple nodes are required, and also the data involved is the big, and they analyze the requirements are computationally intensive. Okay, so this is the figure shows having the local node and the cloud-based observer node. Okay, so as usual, the device will be connected in the resources to the controller services, and the cloud it will be connected to the cloud. How it will be connected to the cloud? By using some of the web services. Okay, and it will be connected in the applications. And for here, in cloud, we have to be use the analytics component. Okay, we have to be using the analytics component. That is what we call as an IoT intelligence. So we have to be analyze the component very carefully, very properly. Need to be analyze the data. Okay, so for here where we can be apply the real time in the level 4. So we can be apply the real level 4 in the real time as a noise monitoring. So if we want to know monitoring the how much noises are establishing for the surrounding the environment. Okay, so in these cases we are using the sound sensors are used. Okay, sound sensors are used. So once this sound sensor will be read the noise, and this will be analyzed and it will be stored into the cloud. Okay, it will be stored into the cloud. So this is what we call as an IoT level 4. Okay, so where we can use the real-time application, we can use the real-time application in the noise monitoring. Then we can go for the IoT level 5. Okay, so this level 5 also it's supporting the multiple end nodes as like our level 4. Okay, and here one node will be acting as the one coordinator node. You see here that will be the endpoint. So this endpoint is nothing but the router, maybe taken as the router or maybe the endpoint. So this will be connected to the cloud storage analysis. How will be connecting to the cloud storage analysis? Through the coordinator nodes. Okay, through the coordinator node. So this end node we call as this router or endpoints, we call as the end nodes. So what is the use of this end node? It is used for the sensing and the actuation. We have to be read the data. So once if you read the data, the coordinators, okay, this coordinator node collects the data from the endpoint or from the end nodes and sends to the cloud. Okay, so once if the data is stored in the cloud and it will be analyzed in the cloud, then we can say that application is the cloud-based applications as well. Okay, so the figure shows as the same like that in level 4, like the applications will be connected to the database. How it will be connecting through the WebSocket services. So normally the WebSocket services, we need to establish the connections as well. And also we have the analytics component. So to analyze the data very in the intelligence, because one of the characteristics of the IoT is the intelligence of that. So we got to be analyze the data in properly. Okay, so this is what we call as an IoT level 5. So where we can use the IoT level 5. Okay, for example, sir, we can, if you want to know about the fire detection in the forest. Okay, so if you all want to know about the detect the forest fire in the early stages. So in this case, we have to plot the sensor. We have to deploy the sensor in the different areas. So in that sensors, we have in the temperatures, maybe the sensor, maybe the temperature sensor, or maybe the sensor, maybe the smoke sensor, or maybe the sensor about the weather sensor, and the wind speed. So if you want to know about the speed of the wind, we need to fix the wind speed sensor. Then the speed of the fire spread and the flame length. Let's say, for example, this is a tree. So each tree will be acting as the one node. Okay, so which means the multiple nodes will be connecting in the IoT level 5. So these multiple nodes will be connected to the through our connectivity. So the connectivity, maybe you can use any kind of connectivity, is then satellite connectivity, or maybe the mobile connectivity, and it will be connected to the our user interface, the end users. Okay, so this is what we call as an IoT level 5. Okay, so IoT level 5 also is suitable for the multiple nodes as well. Okay, then the another level is the IoT level 6. So what about the IoT level 6 means that here is also multiple independent end nodes. Okay, so here in this case, we have the multiple independent end nodes that perform the sensing as well as the do the actuation and send the data to the cloud. Once if the data is stored, let's say for example in the figures, we have in the local servers, we have to store the data in the locally, and we can store the data in the cloud. Okay, so the data is stored in the cloud, then application is the cloud-based applications, and there will be a centralized controller. Okay, because the multiple nodes we are able to connect it to the cloud. Okay, so once if you want to control all the multiple nodes or all the multiple monitoring nodes, we have to control by the centralized controller. So this centralized controller is aware of the status of all the end nodes. So the end node means is any devices or maybe any routers. Okay, So it sends the control the commands to the nodes. So this is what we call as in the IoT level 6. So the differences between the level 5 and level 6 is this. In level 6, we have in the centralized controller because we want to monitor the multiple monitoring nodes. Okay, so this is the examples for the IoT level 6 for the weather monitoring systems. So we want to know about the monitoring the weather, or we want to monitoring the wind speed, or the solar radiations, or maybe the temperature, the air, water, and the soil, maybe the relative humidity. Okay, so in this case, we have to apply for the IoT level 6. So we discussed so far IoT level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. So level 1 to level 3, it is suitable for the single node. Okay, and level 1, it is suitable for the where the data is involved in the small data, but it is not suitable for the big data. Okay, for the level 2, we can suitable for the we can do the processing for the big data, and also the application can be stored in the cloud. So from the level 4, level 5, level 6 of this, it will be suitable for the multiple nodes of this, and we can store the data in the locally, and we are going to analyze the and store the data in the cloud. So then our obviously our application became the cloud-based applications. So we discussed about the different applications as in the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6 of us. Okay. Now we are going to see about the domain specifics of the IoT, or otherwise we can say that the applications of the IoT, where we can apply the IoT concept. So we can be apply the IoT concept in the home automation. So if you want to automate our home, okay, so which means we need to be control the lighting, or we need to control the smart appliances, and or if you have any intruders, okay, there's intrusion detection of this, or if you have any smoking, or any smoke or the gas will be occurring. Okay, so in these cases we can use the IoT. Okay, so for first thing is the home automations for the smart lighting. So it helps the saving the energy by adapting the lighting to the ambient conditions when you switch on or off the lights when we needed. Okay, so when you are in the remote, let's say for example, if you are in the office, you want to need to be control your light. Okay, so sometimes if we are forgot to switch off our light, so but now we are in our office, so we using our mobile phone through the IoT applications, we can able to switch on the light and can able to switch off the light. And same thing like that, we can do the smart appliances, which means it make the management easier, and also provides the status information to the user remotely. Okay, so this is what we call as in the home automations, and we can be applying the nowadays we can be applying the cities as for the smart parking. So the people are very difficult to search for the parking spaces for the directly. Okay, so it is inconvenient for the all the peoples, or inconvenient for the drivers. So what will happen then, we need to, before we need to start from place from our home, we need to park our we need to fix the slots as well. Okay, so there's a smart parkings are powered by the IoT systems as I said. So using that one, we can detect the number of empty parking slots, and also the sense the information over to the internet to the smart applications as the back end. Okay, so this is also one of the applications. Then another applications we have in the smart lighting. Okay, so this smart lighting means for the roads and the parks, and maybe you can use the building, can help for the saving the energy, and also we can use for the smart road. Okay, and the structural health monitoring, because nowadays the IoT plays a very important role in the health monitoring. Okay, so use the network of sensor to monitor the vibrations level in the structures. Okay, maybe you can use the bridges or maybe the buildings. So then another specific applications in the IoT, we can be used for the weather monitoring, as is the air pollution monitoring. Okay, or maybe the noise pollution monitoring. So we want to the system will collect the data from the number of sensor will be attached, and send the data to the cloud-based applications as, and also it storage the backend. So normally the storage the backend, maybe you can use any kind of backend it can be used. Once if it is used, the data it can be collected in the cloud, then can be analyzed and also visualized by the cloud-based applications as well. Okay, and also we can use for the IoT application, you can use for the energy area, in the smart grids of this, and also you can be used for the renewable energy systems of this. So IoT based systems can be integrated with the transformer at the point of interconnections, measures the electrical variables and how much power is fed into the grid. So this can be used to measure in the domain specifics of the IoT. Then the most important is the nowadays we are using the IoT in the inventory management and also having the smart payments as well. Okay, so you having the solutions as we having the near field communication is powered by the technologies such as the near field communications as well. Okay, and also we can apply the IoT application in the logistics as well. So use the GPS to track the location of the vehicles in the real time. Just now I saw in the level 6 as well. Okay, and also we can use for the IoT in the agriculture and the industrial fields, and also you can use for the wearable electronics devices as well. Okay, so this is the opportunities for the Internet of Things as well. So the Internet of Things plays the major roles as in the consumer, as well as the retail, as well as the medical field, as well as the military, as well as in the industrial and the automotive and the environment, as well as the agriculture. So these are different areas the IoT can play the vital role in the different areas as well. Okay, so let's say for example, the example of the intelligent home. Okay, so we want to make our home should be intelligent one. So that's why we want to make the home as an home automation as well. So for here, all controlled by the smartphone or maybe the tab. So if you want to open the door using our mobile phone or maybe using our tab to open the door as the close the door. Okay, or if you want to switch on the TV or maybe switch on your aircon. So these things is this we have to be used by the using the IoT. So for example, we need the Wi-Fi routers, and also we can use the video surveillance as well. Okay, so sometimes we can use for the not only sometimes as well, so we can use the IoT in the irrigation system also. Okay, then another thing is we can be used for the IoT in the shopping. Okay, let's say for example, the person enters in the store. Okay, the scanner will be automatically identify her clothing by the tags are embedded in her pant. Okay, and the shirts and the shoes. Then the store knows that where she bought everything she is wearing. So that information can easily captured. Okay, so then if the persons entering into the once you are entering into the shop, then he is buying, his intention is need to purchasing some things as well. So when he is nearing to the things as well, the things it will be introducing itself. Let's say for example, it will be say that I am the detergent. Okay, so I arrived yesterday on the truck from the factory of, they will specify that one. Okay, and something we are missing the bottle here, better come replace it. Okay, so this kind of information will be automatically that one. Okay, once if she is removes or bottom of the detergent, the reader in the self recognize the need to restock and alert the staff, which means it will be automatically a decrement from the stock inventory. Okay, so then once if the persons will be purchase all the things, they want to make the payment. Okay, so how will they make the payments? As the readers that check out the counter automatically. Okay, so what the customers have purchased. Okay, then also we having the microchip embedded in the credit card talks to the checkout reader payment authorization will be the automatically. So this is the major things as nowadays will be involved in the all the shopping as. And also the IoT can play important role in the healthcare monitoring. Okay, so as a sportsman, so nowadays we have the proper the watch, so we can measure our blood pressures as well as the diabetics as well. Okay, so these things will be monitored and it will be sent to the store in the cloud. So where the cloud is there, we can store in the healthcare solution providers. So all the information, sometimes all the patient informations will be stored in this provider. Okay, so this is the way we can use the IoT roads. Then the another thing is the transportations as well. Okay, so in that transportations, we want to collect the information about the where our vehicle is right now driving. So let's say, for example, the vehicles are driving, then the flight vehicles are drivers. It will collect the information through our Wi-Fi. Okay, and you have in the key attributes as well. You have in the location, or maybe the vehicle metrics as well, or maybe the hours and the miles driven, and it will be transmit. So once if it is a transmit and it goes to the processing the data, and it will be the information that's having the web and the mobile device accessible reports analytics as well. So this is the some of the example scenario I talk about the IoT applications. So today lessons are what we covered. So we covered the what is in the IoT levels and how it can be designed and the templates, and what are the different levels of the IoT levels. We have in the IoT level 1, IoT level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. So we have to use the different levels in the different applications as well, like home automations and the agriculture field. Then we can use the medical field and we can use the logistic fields as well. Okay, so this is the way we can be implement IoT can place the major roles in the different applications area. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any doubts, so please contact me at natarkandan.cac@bigger.edu.in. Sorry, natarkandan.cac@bigger.edu.ac.in. Thank you so much, students. Thank you.